Good morning, students. Today I will discuss you about the renewable power generation system. Actually, all various type of energies are there, such as mechanical energy, heat energy, thermal energy, sound energy, etc. But the electrical energy among of them is quite popular and widely used nowadays. Because there is three things are there. First one is it can be easily transferred from one place to another. Second thing is it can convert to any form of energy quite easily. And third is we can control it as per our desire or as per our use or as per our requirement. We can change that amount of energy according to us. So previously the energy source is mainly it will be suggest to our energy that is suggested to our the vast energy you can get from our fossil fuel. In fossil there are two types of energy sources that are one is coal, another is petroleum. Normally the animal and the tree or plants that will be in million of years that will be under pressure and temperature that will be under our mines so to form the coal. And in case of petroleum, the phytoplankton or the sea animals or seafood like that will be in a million of years it will be take to become that petroleum. So anyway, that fossil fuel is already gradually it will be decreasing. That's why we want another source of energy or we want any type of energy that will be not non-renewable or we can say that it is non-conventional sources. Okay, so based on our usable energy, we will convert it into three types. One is primary source, secondly the intermediate source, and third one is secondary source. Primary means that is the crude oil or we can say that it comes from the directly or from fossil fuel. That is our primary source of energy. That is the normally it will be raw material and in this energy yield ratio that means energy yield ratio is the energy received from raw energy source divided by energy spent to obtain the raw energy source. That means if we have crude oil in our raw material, then the amount or we can say that the price that will be used for to extract of that crude oil, that is our energy yield ratio, the ratio of that crude. This is our primary sources. Secondary, the intermediate sources. Intermediate sources is that the primary energy by one more step to transformation. Like that petroleum that will be converted, crude oil that will be converted to petroleum. After that, it will be converted to heat energy and that electrical energy. So that is the in between that two, that is called intermediate energy. And last one, the secondary is that is the energy directly consumed by the consumers. That is our secondary resources of energy. Next, another conversion or you can say that another classification will be that based on our traditional use. Based on traditional use, we convert it as conventional and second one is non-conventional. Conventional energy sources are that sources which are used up to till now. Means so previously we used or depend upon that energy that is called conventional. That means it will be from older days to till our 1970s, that is the oil crisis that will be occurs up to that is the energy that will be depend upon, we call that traditional, for traditional use that is our conventional energy. After that oil crisis 1973, we will choose for another source of energies which was called non-conventional. That means it will be previously it is not used, rather than nowadays it will be used. Another classification also there, that is your renewable source of energy and non-renewable source of energy. Renewable and non-renewable means what? Non-renewable source of energy, that means it will be renewed in the next day or a short after some time it will be again renewable. Non-renewable is that which is a fixed one and that will be gradually it will be finishes and up to on a burn. So So that is called non-renewable, which we cannot, that is not in our hand, that will be gradually, it will be, by nature it will be found. But renewable is, it will be that energy which will be starts, means after a session, that will again start, like our solar energy. Every morning this one will be, appears in the sky and it gives us the amount of that energy. So in the classification of the source of energy, we will get that sum of energy sources that will be each one and that will be ends of one. So for that reason, the first as our energy required will be very more. Then according to that, we will need some extra amount source of energy that will be not non-renewable, that means renewable or not non-conventional. So that is the advantage of and disadvantage of conventional energy. Conventional means that will be used till now or till our oil crisis 1970. So first of one is cost. Advantage in first is cost. The cost at present they are cheaper than the non-conventional resource. That means it will be, this cost will be cheaper when I will convert it from mechanical or other source of energy into electrical energy. For example, cost from gas it will be 1.90, cost from hydrogen that is 1 rupees per kilowatt hour, and if you consider nuclear that will be 1.20 and so on. So the cost, that is the advantage of conventional energy. First one is the cost. Then security. Second point is advantage is security. Security means what? That means it will be stored. The amount of energy will extract that can be stored stored easily, and it can be convenient by storing a certain quantity. That energy will be available as per our need, or whenever we want that energy we can avail that. That is our security. But that means the energy will be secured for us. Whenever we want, we will use that amount of energy. And third one is convenience. This conventional energy, source of energy, its sources are very convenient to use as technology for their conversion and their use universally available. Means that will be very old ages will use this amount of energy, so the research will be already done for that one. So various researches will be done so that it conversion and their use will be universally available. These are the advantage of our renewable source of energy. Next, talks about disadvantage. What are the disadvantages of this conventional energy? So in the disadvantage, first one, first point is fossil fuels are general pollutants. That means main pollutant will be, because in fossil fuel the main composition will be carbon. When your carbon will be heats up, automatically it will be starts carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, or any carbon particles. And some of the sulfur will be present, nitrogen is present, which will be provided sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, and particular heat, particulate matter, etc. etc. These pollutants normally degrade the environment, and normally CO2 will be mainly responsible for global warming. Nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxide, that will be cause health hazards and cause various other problems. This is the main disadvantage. First one. Second point is that coal, that is the main thermal power that will be used for coal power, coal energy. So the coal will be also valuable petrochemical which will be used in other sustainable industries like our paint industry, chemical industry, then our pharmaceutical industry. And if it will be finishes of one day, then automatically based on this coal, the other industry will be finishes at that time. This is the main disadvantage of second. Next, third one, safety. Safety of nuclear plant is again controversial subject. If your nuclear energy will be used, the safety will be very controversial, because the waste material normally it will contain the radioactive quotients which will be dispatching, it will be very dangerous. So this is the another disadvantage of our conventional energy sources. Then we can say that another source means another disadvantage is that hydroelectric. If we consider hydroelectric power plant, we can say that in hydroelectric there is nothing pollutant is there. There is nothing harmful gases or harmful means the radioactive elements, etc., etc. But when we plant a hydroelectric plant, then the following problems are there. First one is a large land area submerges into water. A large area will submerge into water, leading to the deforestation, because normally it will be planted in our hill area where your water will be in the above area and that will be drawn into low area. That's why our alternator, or you can say that our alternator will be produces the amount of electrical energy. Second, causes ecological imbalance. What is ecological imbalance? That means the balance between our water plants or water animals. So if our means water level will be more, and in case of our we can deforestation will occur, then it will be possible high chance for our earthquake or any natural calamities. Third one, affects wildlife. Means the deformation takes place, automatically the animals living in that forest, they will be become homeless, or they will be transferred from one area to another area, which affects our wildlife. Next, last one is the causes delocation of a large population and the rehabilitation. That means when we plan a region or plan a area that will be under hydroelectric power plant, automatically many people will be transferred or relocated to another area, so that in that area we will make the reservoir or our alternative. That means that area will be needed. So large population will be needed for that transformation technique will be occurred. This is the another disadvantage of our conventional energy sources. So for that non-conventional energy source, that will be the advantages for non-conventional. So this is the very harsh variety. There is no hazardous gases or hazardous, that means the non-conventional sources are available in nature, that is the free of cost. Just consider solar, wind. For that reason we don't need any type of expenditure or anything. It will get freely in nature. This is the first one. Second one is they produce very little pollution, or you can say that no pollution. Third one is that it is having low gestation period. This is the advantage. And demerit is, as we will get it freely in nature, but the translation or the conversion cost will be very, very high. Normally for solar energy, we will get solar light, but when we convert it to electrical, that will cost our 5.6 rupees per hour. That is the disadvantage. Difficulty in transporting in such a form of energy. We cannot transfer it into one place to another. That is another disadvantage. Third one is the availability uncertain. That is the major disadvantage. When our sun light will be available or not. It will be available day or it will not available night. Wind power, that will, whenever it will be available, we cannot control over that one. It will automatically depends upon that depends upon that in nature. That is the decision. Okay, thank you.